Good evening, and thank you for rolling in the kitchen with BJ one more time. It's been a minute since I've been in the kitchen, but we are back, and I'm going to do this little quick vegetable medley. Now, I was going to stir fry it, but girl, I've been looking under the cabinet, and I pulled out the wok, but then I saw my flat pan and I never used it. I have a lot of Princess House stuff and I haven't used it all. So I said, you know what? I'm going to use this today. So it's going to be kind of grilled sauteed vegetable medley. So I got my yellow squash. I got those cut up already and I just cut them up in little pieces like that. Then I got the zucchini and I did it the same way. So we have 2 yellow squash, 3 whole zucchinis. We have 1 red bell pepper, 1 green bell pepper. This is about almost a whole sliced onion, only because I love vegetables. I love onion, so that's why it's a lot of onion. So here's what's left of the onion. Okay, just 1 white onion. And I don't know if I'm going to cut up all of these, but these are sweet peppers, mini sweet peppers. I'm going to cut some of those up. And then we have 3 tablespoons of parsley. We have 8 cloves of garlic, and I just cut it up real fine. Then we have a teaspoon of seasoning salt, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half a teaspoon of pepper. And we just got a pinch of accent salt right there in the middle. That's optional. The garlic is optional. Anything you see here that you don't like is optional. You don't have to add it to yours. Now, what I did was I washed everything. I sliced it up. And I sprinkled a little salt over the zucchini and the squash. And if you could tell, it's like sweating. And the reason why I did that is so that it when I cook it, it won't take forever to cook. So I'm just letting it sit while I chop up these peppers. And then we're going to get this going. Be right back. I'm going to do these last ones and just show you. Just simple. I'm just slicing them. Not too big. So this is not a Princess House sponsored video, but I just thought I'd let you guys know that the cookware that I use is, most of it is, I can say 98% of the cookware that I use is from Princess House. The utensils that I use is from Princess House. That's just one of my favorite. And as you can see, I'm just chopping these up. I need to sharpen my knife. I use it so much. But I'm just, okay. So I'm going to saute the garlic, and then I'm going to start sauteing all these peppers, because once I do that, it will not take the onion and the zucchini and the squash long at all to cook. So I'm going to leave those 2. So here's my peppers. These are sweet baby peppers, mini peppers. So I got these. And I got these, and I'm going to saute those. But I'm going to first, here's the onion. I'm going to first saute the garlic. Okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, I used 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. See how big this pan is? So I got it on medium fire. And I'm just letting the oil get hot. And then I'm going to saute this garlic And then I'm going to start putting everything else in here. Let's see. Okay. It's hot enough. So I'm going to cut the fire down once I get all this garlic in here. And I just want to saute this for maybe 1.5 to 2 minutes at the most. I don't want it to turn real brown and stuff. I want to be able to get a good taste of it. So let's cut our fire down a little. So we got it on medium-low. Oh, this garlic smells so good. Okay, you just want to keep stirring that around. And let it get some heat. And then I think I'm going to start putting the red and green bell peppers in first. And see, this pan is so big, everything can just lay out and cook evenly. Okay, so as you can see, the garlic is turning a little brown. So now I'm just going to dump the peppers off in here. And let those saute with that garlic. And put the fire down all the way to low so your garlic won't burn. Just keep stirring these around. And I'm going to add the sweet peppers in there. And I'm going to let these like cook and simmer for about maybe 5 minutes. I'm going to put the lid on here. But I'm not going to go far away. I'm going to stand close by because I don't want them to overcook. Let's see. I'm going to cut the fire to, I'm going to cut it back to medium low because low is too low. I love these colors. It looks so pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna let these cook on medium low for about 5 minutes. But you don't want to go far away because you want to make sure that nothing burns. And then when I come back, we're going to add the zucchini and the squash. But I want to make sure these peppers are cooked real tender before I put the squash and stuff in. Because it's not going to take long after I put the squash and the zucchini in and the onion. Okay. And depending on your stove, you might want to cut it down to low. Because you don't want anything to burn. So I'm going to just put the lid on and let these steam for a minute. Okay, so I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Okay, it's been about 2.5 minutes. And it's coming along very well. You can tell the color is slightly changing. I want them to cook a little bit more. Not much, but just a little while longer. So maybe about 1.5 minutes longer. And then we'll start adding the other ingredients. So just make sure they all laid out real good. Spread them out and let them get that heat to them. I don't want them crunchy. I want them kind of soft. So I'm going to cover them back up for about another 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. No longer than 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to leave them and let them simmer a little while longer for about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's been about 1.5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and add the zucchini and the squash. So you don't want to pour it in there because remember we got that salt in the bottom. So the water at the bottom, you don't want to put that in there. Okay, that was the squash. Now we're going to add this zucchini. Just spread it all in there. In this bowl, it was just the zucchini and just the squash. But see, it have water. It's just sweated. So that's fine. So now we just want to start stirring everything together. And I'm going to add the onion as well. So off camera, I just separated the onion out because I had it all sliced up. So I want to separate it so that it wouldn't all stick together. And we just want to give it a good couple of stirs. And bring those bell peppers and red peppers and bring all the peppers to the top. Get that zucchini and that squash and that onion on the bottom. And we're going to cover this up, but before we do, let's add our seasoning. And the parsley. Okay, so we are ready to cover this up and let it finish cooking. Now the fire is on medium low, so I'm going to now adjust the fire and put it on medium. Okay. I'm going to put the lid back on, and we're going to let this cook for maybe about, I don't want it to overcook, so we'll come and check on it in about maybe 6 minutes. Make sure your garlic stay in the pan. Okay, 6 to 7 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, let's give it a little check. It smells delicious. These colors is just beautiful. Okay. I'm going to give it a little taste to see if I need any more seasoning. But pretty much it's done. So I don't want to overcook my vegetables. So let's taste it. Oh my God. This is good. This is really good. And I think I'm going to cut the fire off. Because like I said, you don't want to overcook your vegetables. You don't want them to turn mushy. So I'm going to cut this off. And me personally, I'm going to add a little more seasoning, just a tiny bit more. But for the most part, this is done. I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. And then I'm going to put some on a plate with my rice and my chicken. And doggone it, I'm going to give it a name. I already got a name. But, oh, it's good. Okay, let me put some more seasoning and let it sit for about 5 minutes. And I'll be back, you guys. Okay, here is the final look before I dig in. I like to use this with my vegetables and rice. And that's totally optional. It's like seasoned soy sauce, but it's not. And I just pour it on there like that. And I fry some chicken thighs and some rolls. And I'm getting ready to dig in this. And the name is BJ Slammin' Veggie Medley. Okay. Yes, Lord. I'm going to go on and finish this. Once again, thanks for joining BJ in the kitchen. I'll see you on the next video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Tell a friend. God bless. Peace and blessings. And I'll see you next time. Again, thanks for rolling with BJ in the kitchen. Good night.